Hey, it's Birdman time for the Arizona White Mountain Podcast, Community Shouts, and Arizona is opening back up. We're going to have a little fun today because obviously we don't have events and activities to talk about yet, but we're efforting there. You know, on Friday, which is tomorrow, the salons are going to open and I can get a haircut. And then on Monday, restaurants are going to be opening up, and hopefully we've got more guidelines by now as far as what they're going to do. We know no parties over 10, so don't just inundate them, but hey, let's go support them. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do carry out still, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we're going to have some fun today, but we're going to start it off this morning with my wife, Allison, and we're talking about
the Feeding Collaborative.
The Feeding Collaborative.
Which has been awesome.
And it's not going to shut down, is it? Or,
no.
Okay.
In fact, this whole process has brought to the light that there's a lot of people in our community that are very vulnerable and do not have access to food. So they're going to start doing the summer feeding program, looking at expanding it through winter break and through spring break next year moving on. So there was always those voids in the year.
So I want to make sure people understand, because I saw somebody comment on Facebook and they didn't they're like, oh, well, you know, these kids don't get just one meal a day. There's a lot of kids. And the reason these things started, especially the one that was in Snowflake, and I forget the name of it, maybe you know.
3E Snacks.
3E Snacks.
On the quarter
got started because there's a lot of kids that are only really getting one meal, or one decent meal. They might get meals, but they're not getting the good nutrition only once a day, and that was at school. And this is helping fill in that gap, and it's helped identifying some things. And maybe as we identify these people, we can help them educate themselves on better feeding and help them get the resources they need.
Yeah, well, when you think about us, we're very rural. And what that means is, if you've ever, I lived out east of Snowflake, and when you live out there, a lot of people are very limited on the availability of getting into town. There's no grocery stores out there. There's a little gas station you can get some popsicles and maybe some ice cream at, but there's nothing really, you know, big like that. The reservations, if you look at the reservations, they have very limited, their grocery shop at Circle K's. And that's not access. So what we did, and we've been talking about this since COVID broke, is that we brought these agencies and organizations together to make sure that they had the support they needed to do the best that they could and reach the most that they would be able to. And we've been able to bring a lot of agencies and organizations under our support and collaboration. And so we collaborate internally between the agencies and organizations, and then what we can't get internally done, we go externally. And we've had some pretty awesome partners addressing the needs. So in Navajo County, there's 11,000 children that live in poverty.
Wow.
That's a significant amount. And we're just in southern Navajo County, they're up to like between 67 and 7,500 kids and families they're serving during this COVID. That's a lot, just in southern Navajo County. And that's all I'm talking about is Pinetop-Lakeside, Show Low, Heber, Linden, White Mountain Lakes, those areas, and Snowflake, obviously, in Taylor. So there is some things that we do need that I wanted to put out there. We need, and I had a list. My phone turned off. But we definitely need bags of chips. Okay, the Love Kitchen is one of our partners, and they're funded by some organizations, but they're the least funded out of all the organizations. So they need usually the most help and the most support. They need bags of chips, and they need fruit. They put those in the lunches. They did need to-go boxes. John Leach Jr. is taking care of that, and they did need bags, but Nikki over at Persnickety is taking care of that. So if you have a ton of fruits like apples, oranges, bananas that they can put in these bags and give out, they're feeding anywhere between 100 and 1,500 people just by themselves a day.
Okay.
So we have that. And then one of the big things was, and Adrian and I were talking about this, is when you take kids out of school, sometimes you take them out of their security and their safety, because that was school. You also take them out of people identifying, oh goodness, this kid's not okay or something's going on.
Right.
So what we do ask is we're trying to get books and kids' activities and colorings and pencils and you name it for kids to do, and we're putting those in the food boxes and distributing them that way. We did it three weeks ago. It went over really well.
Awesome. So
if you can donate these items, there's two places to donate them. You can donate them at the church, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 5, the Recenter, sorry, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 5, or the Morning Rose, Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, and we'll make sure that it's distributed. The other thing, and finally, we need a monetary donation. We need at least $150, and that is to get hand sanitizer for the feeding groups. Johnny Johnson is helping us out, and he was able to order a case for us. The case is $150, so we need monetary donations. So if you can give that monetary donation, either give it to Johnny or go through tcaz.us/give, and you can donate it there.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And thanks everybody out there for helping support the community directly and indirectly through these organizations.
Buonasera. Buonasera. Why are you disrespecting me so?
I'll give you anything you ask.
I can't remember the last time you invited me over to your home for a cup of coffee.
I didn't want to get into trouble.
I understand. Quarantine. You come to me on my daughter's grand opening of her restaurant and ask me for a favor?
The dame was all sorts out of sorts. Apparently, she had been mugged. I asked her, what was he wearing? So, what was he wearing?
Well, he wore a mask.
A mask? What kind of lawbreaker wears a mask these days? Where did you get that?
Do you want some?
Yeah.
During the Prohibition, it was illegal to serve alcohol in bars. Boy, times sure have changed. Sort of. But one thing that hasn't changed is it's still very rude to kill people. So, as we start to open things back up, be kind to each other, especially in person, but also in your online reviews.
Godfather, did you get bit by a murder hornet?
Huh? Oh, no. No, it's my backup toilet paper in case, I'm out and about.
Takeout. I'm so tired of takeout. Yeah. Leave a gun. Take the cannoli.
Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Arizona White Mountain Podcast Community Shout. Hanging out here in the studio, of course. Can't wait to get out there and see people, so I don't have to say just see me on the web anymore. Want to thank, of course, the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. Want to thank the White Mountain Partnership, and then also all the sponsors you see down below, especially those that have survived through the restaurants and the hairstylist. Like I said, I'm going to be going to see Jody pretty soon, so we'll get rid of this fro. I'm Birdman, and looking to see you out there.